Let's go to Brother Joe. Come on in, Joe. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, good morning, Egberto. I got an interesting email this weekend. I got an email from Mr. I think his name is Andrew Torba, the CEO of Gab Social. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the uncensored free speech social media platform. He was contacted by the authorities, and they requested information. Apparently, the would-be Trump assassin had an account there at Gab. And he posted a total of 9 times. And Torba's the kind of guy that, he's all about transparency. So he turned around and he published many of the posts, and he published the request, and he's waiting for a subpoena to get that information that the would-be Trump assassin, posted on his website. And the funny thing is his 9 posts reflect exactly what you say, right? In fact, he even quoted the same PNAS article that you did last week, arguing that illegal immigrants could commit less crime, and that kind of like intellectual. I mean, it was all intellectually dishonest, right? And it's a narrative that fed this guy, and it's a narrative that you continue to feed your listeners when you call people psychopaths, or when you make straw man arguments like that PNAS article. So what if illegal immigrants commit crime at a lower rate per capita? The fact is, they commit crime, and if you eliminate illegal immigration or illegal immigrants, you could cut crime by what, 20%, right? So I mean, your argument is meritless, and it's a distraction, like pretty much everything you say, and like Trump's a convicted sexual predator. What a distortion that is, dude. You should be ashamed of yourself.
It's okay. Let's see. I just gave you 2 minutes, so now it's time for me to ask you a couple of questions. Did Trump violate women? Yes or no? As far as you're concerned, everybody who has claimed that.
I wasn't there.
Okay, so let me ask you this then.
I don't know, and neither do you.
But he was convicted of it, right? Based on based on evidence that people have brought in.
Conviction is a criminal term.
Okay, he was found liable because of the statute of limitation, right? Because of
what criminal court convicted him?
All right, let me back up because I want to correct myself. He was found liable in a court that he did the things that he did, and the reason we had to go that route is that the statute of limitation expired, correct? That's a yes or no question, sir.
What's the standard of proof in a civil court versus a criminal court?
Again, the only reason it's lower. It only went to a civil court because the statute of limitation expired. The judge in the case, in fact, said if this were in the criminal courts, this would actually be called rape. All right, and it's not that. Let's sure, that's fine. But I'm saying, even if that's just my opinion, what's interesting is that his behavior towards women, it's not something that's unknown. And it's not like those are the only people that have accused him. And it's not like out of his mouth didn't come like he abuses women. He says, I can lay a kiss on women anytime I want because I'm a star. They like it. I can pull their crutches. This is a former president of the United States, and this is somebody that you likely have voted for, that said, I grab women by their stuff. But it's not only that and that came out of his mouth, and so there's no question about that. It's also a fact. I mean, let me tell you, I know you want to go on several little things, but I want to entertain you a minute here because we also have an audience. Anybody voting for Trump, I don't care how you want to defend him, Brother Joe, but this guy stole from his charity for personal use. That is a fact. This guy created a fraudulent university and built the people who joined the university, and he paid a $25 million fine. That's a fact. This guy stiffed workers who worked for him at his hotels. That's a fact. And that is who you're voting for, my brother. If any other person had done that, many people would have objections to voting for such a flawed character. You chose to do it. And like I told a friend who is upset with me, because I told a friend this, I said, when you make your vote look in your daughter's eyes, look in your son's eyes, and tell them you want them to be a law abiding citizen that respects women, because that's who you're voting for. So please, my dear brother, let's not talk about what's going on with immigration. Let's not talk about all of that kind of stuff when the person you are voting for is such a, and I say this not in I'm not saying this in hyperbole, is a damn psychopath. Continue, sir.
It's that kind of rhetoric that's going to make things worse and worse and worse. And
Okay. Joe, did I say anything that was false, Joe?
I think about them dying in World War III. I think about them dying.
All right, Joe, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to get anywhere because, again, I said you have to tell your kid that you voted for a guy that did those things, and you want to change the subject.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead, number one, subscribe to our channel, and number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.